In today's video, I want to cover why I drive a Toyota, specifically a 2024 fifth gen 4Runner, and why I think it was the right choice for me. This is an unscripted video. I'm going to give my reasons why. In case you missed my previous videos on how the car market is bankrupting Americans, it's a common thing that's going to happen. It's going to keep growing as time goes on. A lot of people are all about their cars, all about their trucks, all about status. It's my first reason why I got a 4Runner was not to fall into lifestyle creep or trying to establish some type of status symbol. Toyota is known to be a reliable and practical car company, one of the top arguably. And you know that when you buy a Toyota, you press the button, it's most likely going to turn on. A lot of luxury car people will buy a BMW, a Mercedes, an Audi. They'll buy a European car, and it's all about the status and looks. And sometimes it's for the right reasons. You get people who are in awe who like those kind of cars, and sometimes it's for the wrong reasons. It could be, oh, this person's got money, let's go see what they're about. So for me, it's more about lack of attention. I don't want to be getting stares all day when I'm driving. I want to have a low-key SUV that I like, that doesn't draw too much attention, and also is just one that can get me from point A to point B. I'm about the SUV and truck turning on and getting me places than the image of having it and having onlookers constantly take pictures or just stare or have an image that I don't want to be portrayed out there. So that's the first reason. Second reason why I drive a Toyota 4Runner is because it's reliable and will run forever, especially mine. I had the last of the fifth gen. It's a V6. It was made in the Japan Tahara plant, which is known for bringing out vehicles that can run 300,000 plus miles. There's plenty of 4Runners out there that have hit 500K plus. One, in fact, that I know of has hit 1,000,000 miles on that powertrain. They drive forever. It's not super fast. It's not, a car that you can just, get to 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. It's a, truck. It's an off-roader, and it just a very versatile mid-size SUV. It does everything I want it to. It has space. I feel safe in it. I feel like, God forbid, if I got into a car accident, it won't just crumble up like a car. And it's reliable. I use regular gas, not premium. It's fast to me. I used to drive a Subaru Impreza, which was very slow. That one was 148 horsepower. This one's 270, a little bit faster. And it's just an all-around versatile vehicle. It's good for me as a single man. It will continue to be good if I ever get married and have kids. It's going to work for many years. And it can probably last me until I'm a senior citizen. I drive less than 10,000 miles, but for example's sake, let's just say I do 10,000 miles per year. That means in 30 years, I'll have on average 300,000 miles. I will be in my 60s. And if I take care of this truck and I do regular maintenance, the oil changes and fixing parts when they break, it can easily last that long. And you know what the best part is of a truck or a vehicle in general lasting you 30 years? Point number 3. You save money. I can invest the money that I would normally pay on a car payment. The average car payment is $750, give or take, per month for the average American. And it's mostly the middle class who usually spends this kind of money because they're more prone to fall for this fake status flex of being rich because they're trying to show themselves that they're richer than they actually are. But in my situation, I pay for the truck in cash. I have no car payments. I saved up for it, and all I pay is for the insurance. And because it's not some luxury car, it's not a sports car, it's not a supercar, the insurance is very cheap on it. And I never have to worry about a car payment again. The only thing that's expensive for my 4Runner is the gas, especially because I had bigger tires on there and I lifted it a couple inches. So the gas mileage is not great. I'm averaging about 14 to 15, depending if I'm doing more city or highway driving, but that's fine. It's the sacrifice you make for having Toyota's legendary reliability for a SUV that is no longer going to be in production. Which brings me to my next point. I can not only invest my money now that I don't have any car payments, but this truck has one of the best resale values out of any vehicle if I ever decide to resell it. Toyota is known for being reliable because of its hard plant in Japan. Okay, they literally have it down to a science of designing vehicles with legendary reliability that go 200K miles in their sleep. Now you're seeing a lot of cars and trucks out there with turbo engines. And I know turbo and hybrids are very controversial, but turbos put a lot of stress on these engines. And not only that, you have more components to deal with, especially when you put in batteries to the mix. And also, let's be honest here, at least in my point of view, a four-cylinder is not a V6. It doesn't sound like a V6. It's not as strong as a V6, maybe faster, but I love the sound of a V6 and also a V8. Not only that, a naturally aspirated V6, meaning there's no stress to the engine. So for me, for the 4Runner, I know that if I want to sell it in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever, it's going to hold its value. A lot of people know that these V6s will last forever. They're going to be increasingly hard to find as the days go on, especially now that we're in 2025, the first gen of the sixth gen. And when people start trying to look for these things, they're going to be very, very hard to find. In fact, mine was a used 4Runner. It had around 8,000 miles when I got it. I couldn't even find a brand new one. Just imagine what's going to happen in 5, 10 years when people are going to realize that turbo engine cars and trucks are not as reliable as they once thought, and they go to look for a used Toyota like the 4Runner. It's going to have a lot of resale value. So it gives me flexibility to have the option one day to get most of my money back on a otherwise depreciating asset. In that case, it's a win-win. If I ever decide to sell it, which I don't even plan to because I love the truck that much. Next reason why I drive a Toyota 4Runner. I just love the looks of it. It's aggressive, it's rugged, it looks awesome. I think personally, it's just a very versatile vehicle. It's in 4-wheel drive. It works good in the snow. It works good off-road if I want to go camping or hiking. Now, I'm a little different than the average 4Runner owner. I run 20-inch rims. The majority of them run 17s. I like having more of that street urban look. I do have pretty big tires on there, 285 60 R20, so it is capable of going off-road, although the preference is not to go off-road. I want to have the option to do it, but I want to have the look of being more like a luxury SUV, even though I know it's not what it was intended for. It just looks good to me. So I added tires to it. I lifted it 2 inches to level out in the front. I changed the interior to a nice wine red color with the black exterior. It looks fantastic to me. I love having a truck that looks unique to me. I've never seen a 4Runner yet in person that has 20-inch rims that has the red interior. And I also painted the brake calipers red, and I put tints all across the friggin' truck, including the windshield. I have never seen a 4Runner like that before. So to me, it's just a badass friggin' SUV. Every single person that comes in there loves it. My family loves it. Like, it's honestly a great, great SUV. I'm so happy I got it. Until you drive in one, you won't understand the feeling of what I'm describing, but it truly is a great SUV. And it's one that I plan to have for the next 30 plus years. Another reason why I drive a Toyota 4Runner is I'm not going to be dumping so much money into it. Aside from the accessories I added to it, maintenance is very cheap on it. Parts are very easy to source and not that expensive. And it's just very easy to work on. You can even figure it out yourself. I could probably figure out myself how to work on it if I wanted to. It's very easy to work on. Again, it's a simple SUV, a simple engine. It's not a turbo. And Toyota is just known for being affordable. So for me, the lack of payments on maintenance and knowing that it's going to be carefree for the most part, as long as I take care of it, I don't let the gas go to E so many times. I, fill it up. I check the tire pressure, check the oil, change the oil, every 5,000 miles. As long as I do my part and maintain the minimal upkeep, I know that my money is going to stay mostly in my wallet. See, a lot of people buy these expensive cars, luxury cars, supercars, sport cars, so on and so forth, and they realize very quickly the price doesn't just start and end with buying that vehicle. As soon as they go get it serviced, they got to worry about all the upkeep it costs. And God forbid that car breaks down, they're spending thousands to fix it, especially if it's a complex engine or a name brand company. So that's the thing with Toyota. Everyone knows Toyota. It's affordable. It's for the everyday man and woman. It's cheap to fix. And even if it does break down, which is very unlikely for a 4Runner, it's not that expensive. So I'm looking at it not just from an immediate standpoint, but future standpoint. I want to keep investing my money. I don't want to keep putting it into the SUV. To me, it's a money pit. Again, cars and trucks are depreciating assets to begin with. Even though this one's going to have a good resale value, it doesn't mean it won't depreciate it. It will, like everything else. But the more money I can keep in my pocket, especially now that I paid it off, the better off I'm going to be to secure my future and have more financial freedom. And that is my final reason why I drive a Toyota 4Runner. I can focus on attaining financial freedom because I drive a reliable SUV that can go from A to B, that looks good, that's paid for, that runs well, that will last me until my friggin' senior citizen years. I have mental peace that I will achieve financial freedom very quickly and not be dumping my money into a depreciating asset and bankrupting myself like many Americans do. Many Americans are all about, like I said before, the status, the looks, the image, the power. I love my freaking SUV. I'm confident in myself and who I am. And my truck, my SUV doesn't define me. Just like someone's luxury car or supercar doesn't define them. Okay, life is more important than just a car or a truck we drive. With that being said, this 4Runner checks every single box for me. I look forward to driving it. I like the way it looks. I designed it and customized it to my liking. It's cheap to fix. The maintenance is superb, and it's going to run forever. And it has one of the best engines and probably one of the highest resale values for years on end. I'm telling you guys, if you focus on getting a nice quality Toyota or a Honda, you don't have to get the 4Runner I have, but if you get one, the amount of money and opportunities that you will save and bring to you is immense. I'm not saying you can't get the car or truck you want. I'll be honest, I love American cars too, especially the C8 Corvette Stingray, one of my favorite cars. Maybe one day I will get one, but I will never sell my 4Runner. I'm telling you, when you have a reliable, good-looking car or truck, a mistake people make is constantly leasing their cars and trucks to get the next best thing. When you do that, that is when you fall into lifestyle creep and you just start really spending money behind the scenes. And by the time you realize the damage is already done and you realize your financial freedom is at risk. I'm not saying you can't have a nice car or truck. By no means am I saying that. I am a car guy and I love sport cars. I love supercars, but I know it's important to find a nice daily driver that will last you for the test of time. And I'm actually excited too. This is also a bonus point. I want to keep my 4Runner. It's a challenge to me. See how long I can keep this SUV on the road. Nothing inspires me more than seeing someone on the road driving a very old car that runs and still looks good. I saw someone driving a really old Mercedes the other day. It was so old to where the paint was like distorted, but it was running and I was impressed. I saw someone else too driving a very old Toyota Camry from like the 90s. And I was like really impressed to see it. I just personally to me, it's like achieving a goal. Like how long can I get this SUV to last me for? How long can I get the wheels going before I gotta, sell it or trade it in? That's also why I decided to get a Toyota 4Runner and also why I drive one.